What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online at www.whatsupinthesky.com, where we cover space anomalies, Mars, Moon, oh, you name it, we're covering it when it comes to this stuff. And let me tell you what, you want to stay tuned for this video. It might be a little bit long, but it's going to be well worth it. Rami Dar Alan put out a picture of this today, as well as back here. I've gotten this picture from about 4 or 5 people email me today. This is another holy grail picture. If you have never seen life on Mars or past life evidence in my videos, in any of my videos, you've seen all 500 of them and you can't find any instance of what might be past life, I hope this is one that brings you on board. So without ado, let me show you where we get this from before we get digging into this, because there's stuff all over it. This is directly on the NASA site. It's here, here, here. We're going to be checking here. All this stuff looks like ruins, especially up here. We're going to be taking a look at up here, and we got the fireplace going behind me. It's a cold day here in Maryland, so a lot of time to sit here and take a look at it. So strap yourself in for the ride. Let's take a let's go through this thing. Usually I rush these things sometimes. This one shouldn't be rushed. I've got 4 that we can work with. 2 color, 1 black and white, and 1's directly from NASA. Here it is directly from NASA. And like I said, I showed you that I didn't make this up. Here it is. And don't worry about this. Just go to the description. If you want to get to this picture, go to the description. That's linked there. Also, there's a link to my website where you're going to be able to open up it, and there's going to be all enhanced pictures of these items there. So you want to check that out too. And you can also I'll leave the whole picture enhanced up there like this, so you can actually download it. So let's look at the one Rami was looking at first today, because this one is just too cool. It almost looks like, I can't tell if this, what's going on with the rover now, it's not sending a lot of pictures back. So I can't see this anywhere else. I've looked all day to try and find another picture to see if this is actually on top of this or not. If these are connected, this one behind it, and even if it's not, this face, it looks like a face. You know, it's got a little nose and mouth here. Either way, it looks out of place and it looks metallic. And it looks to be among Uncle Jake's junkyard. We call this thing like Terry Fleming. He called this Uncle Jake's junkyard. And look at everything just strewn about here and things that look like they connect. We've got looks like rebar everywhere. Something, these tubes that just run throughout everything on Mars here. They're everywhere, and they're in the actual NASA picture. You can see them there. And what I've done on these pictures, this one right here, all I've done was run one filter, just a black and white filter, and look at that right there. It almost looks like it's alive when you run that filter on it. It's creepy. I don't even look up there at that piece anymore above it. It takes your eyes off of it, but in 3D this looks to be pretty amazing. Where was I down here? Let's keep on going down through here. But look at the symmetry in this piece right here. It looks like you cut it right in half. Tell me that's not cool. There it is in black and white. And when I did, like I said, when I did the black and white, I just used one filter. It's called Alien Skin. And when I do these color ones, I blur it a little bit to try and get out this stuff. See how there's little. Let me show you. The whole picture seems to get them. I call them. These little marks around them. See how they're pixelization. Sometimes they look like they're added to the picture. Then I call them blinds marks. But right here seems to have them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when you blur and then sharpen later, you can kind of get some of those out. See how it kind of sharpens that up a little better. Either way, check that out right there. Look at the shape. Comes up, over, down. It looks ornate, whatever is on it. I mean, the rover's just rolling through some neat spots, and this is no wonder why we're not getting the pictures we are like that we're coming back. Look at the half circle here, whatever this piece of something is. This stuff looks so ornate that some of it actually looks like almost life. I mean, I hate that I'm taking big leaps today. I've been very conservative in what I've been doing lately, but and I can't, I would never stake anything on saying that it was, but look at the coloring in this. And it's coming directly from the picture. There's a bare filter that does go onto these. and it has the different colors in them. There's I think 4 colors on that piece, but this is way more than that. Look at the interesting colors. This piece right here. Look at this piece right here. All right, now let me zoom on into that piece. It's got that one right there and this piece above it. When I add the color, look to the bottom one first. Okay, the greens, the purples, the blues. Now let's use the top one where you can see and it's not as in your face, and it's still there. Um, and this whole area just seems to be just littered with stuff. Uncle Jake's junkyard, like Terry said, the whole planet is littered with stuff. This whole area looks to be one big machinery or rock thing that got destroyed. And you can almost see the rest of that circle right there. That's pretty interesting. So look down here too. Okay. Now let's look at some of these littler objects. Right here. It's got a little hose or tube coming out of it, if that's what it seems to look like to me. I see what I see, you see what you see, and it looks like that either way, even from the NASA version of it. Um, Very cool. We took a look at that piece right there. Here's it from the NASA version. There's with my enhancements. I'll probably use, I don't this maybe this one. Maybe I use both enhancements on the website. So when you guys go check back, take a look at it. But see how this stuff looks? Just seems to be some sort of small tubing or something. Almost like this stuff, and I'm not sure what the whole size of this stuff is either. It could be very very big, maybe small. But look at this right here. Tell me this is not been shaped by something. I mean, that looks like a goblin or something right there if I've ever seen one. Let me turn that face around a little bit. Check that out. That's pretty creepy. I wonder how far are we in the video before I got to this piece. I haven't seen this yet. 6 minutes in. See, most people dip on my videos. So hopefully you got to see that right there. I might have to do one of those short videos for this one just to show all these crazy anomalies in them. Um, Fast version of it or something like that. Look at this thing right here. What in the world's going on Mars? Have you ever walked outside and seen a rock like this? I mean, the rest of Mars seems to look like here on Earth. So much that people are starting to say, is the rover on Mars? Um, and I'm hearing that more and more often from a lot of different people. Oh, all the time we're getting that question asked on my videos. Let's see, what do we got down here? More and more stuff. Check this out. Um, the it's the shapes. Look how this piece here has got this rounded top, but it almost comes up like this. It's like it was shaped, it was worked into a piece. It's got 90-degree angles on it. It looks very, very ornate. I keep going back to this all is just ornate. And it looks like something that blew up that was nice. Some of Mount Sharp and some of the ride over here, we've seen some dilapidated looking stuff, just old. This stuff is colorful, whatever it is. It looks to have a purpose. I mean, this looks to be part of some sort of. It looks like if you flipped it over, like this could be top of a head or something. Look at the 2 eyeballs in that and the face. Or what if you took this piece right here and moved it on down? Wouldn't that be something if that was part of it? Let's see. This is what we do. This is a little bit. This is how my videos are just a little bit different than everybody else's. We just go for it. When we see something that might be cool, we just try it. Copy, merge, edit, paste, and let's see what we can find here. Oop, we're gonna have to move that up some. All right, and then let's transform that. Maybe not. Huh. I don't know. Either way, sorry guys. Sometimes we go off on a tangent here. Let me get that back to where it was. You might see a little bit different. I love trying stuff like that. But you see the 2 eyeballs, and it almost looks like very Roman in a way. But that could just be matrixing. Even though right behind it, you've got an S-like object. The S is around twice. I mean, that's pretty amazing out here for just junk on Mars. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's time. I mean, somebody's got to come out and say this stuff is either on Earth, this is being made in a computer, or there's some interesting stuff on Mars. And maybe we don't want that. Maybe that's why everybody's going there. I've always heard this. Also, my subscribers say that the streets are paved in gold on Mars. Check this out. Maybe it's the technology. Look at the V antenna with the circle on it. It almost looks like some old school antenna we'd have back here on Earth. Let's see what it looks like in a different color, but let's see if we get black and white on that thing. That's pretty interesting. Wow. What do you guys think about that? Almost looks like a little bunny rabbit or something, doesn't it? Let's see if I put that up. See, and when we don't get a bunch of pictures at once where we can see, and you know what I don't understand is why don't we take some as much? We have the capability to take video with the rover. We never do. You know, not often. And I know bandwidth's an issue, but it's not that much of an issue, especially now that Maven's up there. Our deep space network supposedly is awesome. So. All right, let's check this piece out down here. Just slowly going through this here. It, not as cool as the rest of the picture over here, but still some interesting things. I mean, shape to it. This looks like the platform, whatever. It almost looks like a the surfboard cut type platform here, like that shape to it, or more like a boogie board. But look, it's got a little circle on the front of it. I mean, I see what I see, you see what you see, but even when I drop the color on it and it brings out more of that contrast, you definitely see a lot more in the black and white. Because when I do the color and I start jacking that up the color, like when I start jacking up that and start re-blurring and unblurring it, you definitely get a good sense of the like the angles. Like you can see this stuff perfect. But sometimes when you flip to that, you can really get in there with the black and white and see it differently. And also you can color it with this too, which I haven't done in this picture. I didn't think this picture needed it. It was just so obvious. These pieces right here, look at this. This looks buried. This definitely looks to be something. Um, Piping or something along those lines. And we would think if this was the bottom of Mount Sharp that there'd be an awful lot of piping there, especially if it's true that there used to be a military base there on Mount Sharp, which is the folk tale going around here on the internet, one of them at least. And that's a lot of the reason why we picked that area to go. Um, Now, Rami saw some sort of like a tank in this right here. I just don't see the tank, but I see something pretty badass no matter either way, whatever it is. Like I said, he sees what he sees. I see what I see. Um, who knows who's right? That's the one thing that's beautiful about this. Neither of us are going to go there and check this stuff out. So you see what you see. And like I said, that's why I love the comments. I wish you guys would comment all the time and say, hey, I see something like a dragon head looking thing right here. This almost, it looks like a dragon head with like a big, huge tongue that comes out. And it looks like a beak. See the two eyeballs right there and the black hair. Um, I love when you guys comment on this stuff or say, I totally see that, you know, see this over here, you totally missed this. In a picture like this, I know I missed a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys share this far and wide and share the article I'm going to make with it because the enhancements are going to be there so you guys can show people for yourselves and they can see for themselves. And once again, here at first I thought this looked way too I thought this might have been like a computer like malfunction where this is doubled up and thinking uh-oh, you know, maybe we are getting hosed and this thing's in a computer somewhere, but it's not. It's very similar. Look at the white rim around these two pieces right there. You back out, you can see it. They're different a little bit. The one on the left comes around and it goes up and kind of up and curves over, and the same with the one on the bottom. On the bottom part does the same thing too. It goes up and over, and it gets a little bit like a ball right there. Whatever it is, who knows? Like I said, it could just be a rock. That's it. Look at this piece coming up there. Have you ever seen rock grow like that? Unless it grew underground, like because we have our caverns here, maybe you know, stalactites and like maybe they were going up and over, then Mars shifted, I don't know, into this big perfect circle right here, and I don't know. It's getting hard to look at pictures like this and just say this stuff is rocks. And maybe, like I said, I get a lot of people come here and say that I'm crazy, I'm a lunatic. But majority, if you made it this far in my video, either you're interested in it or you're really waiting a long time to hate on me. I mean, it's pretty pathetic. Uh, or you're interested in this. Like this does kind of look like a little tank growing up. But like I said, Ramy's there basically. And if this was a military base at one time, who knows? Like I tell people, there's that people sometimes the scale is always an issue. And it's like I don't know how big these people were, or if they were there. Were they human size? Were they this big? Were they, the size of my cats? I just, we don't know. Um, we're not, like I said, we're not even sure what was there. We're just getting a good view now. Look at that, kind of looks like a skull up there. So think I'm getting to the point where people start saying, "You just love to hear yourself talk." Oh, that's one of my favorite. When people come and like troll my channel, it's really starting to like amuse me. It's really getting me even more and more like wanting to make more videos because as the channel is growing in popularity, which basically just because it's growing because everybody's putting out these videos. It's amazing how many of us are doing it now, and I got that Coffin on Mars video blew up, and I got a lot of subscribers through that, and a lot of cool people I've already met. New people sending me pictures. Like this picture came to me probably 5 or 6 times today from people saying, "Gotta check out the new Soul. This is crazy. Look at the stuff on there, and look at the coloring in it." And once again, let's go back to where NASA is. Look, that's how it comes. I mean, the color's there. There it is. Look at the light blue. Let me go back up to here. So check out the enhanced version. It's going to be on the website. Just click it below in the description. I've probably missed a lot on this one. Like I said, I might even try and do a one of those short videos of this one. Not sure yet. We'll see what I do. Look at this. Seems to have ribs or something coming across it, at least. Look at the perfect circle drilled into that one. I could sit and pick this thing apart all night. This piece right here looks to be kind of dished out, like kind of like a dish, and it has a piece in it. Almost looks like a little a knob or turning, like a little wheel or something like that. Lots of stuff going on Mars, people. The Goblin Man, doo 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 doo. This thing right here, what in the world? The guy's staring at you. You just can't see the bottom blown off part of his face. Maybe here's a nose. Almost looks like the mouth started right there when it got blown off. And that right there is kind of just creepy looking at it. But all right, guys, my name's Will. What's up in the sky 37? We take journeys together to Mars, the moon, wherever we go that week. Check out the website. I'm starting to really get proud of it. We got a lot of cool people posting on there. It's just not my videos. We got articles. People are actually writing UFO articles and stuff. If you're interested in helping out, you want to write articles, or say you do, and you want to syndicate your stuff there, just shoot me, will@willfarrar.net. Come find me at Facebook. Just type in Will Farrar. You'll find me. And much love to you. Have a good one. Peace. There we are. All right. Stop. 17.